Hello and welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. It's time for another edition of Comic Book Quickies! But wait, I hear you yell from across the world in whatever location you're viewing this. Because I can do that, apparently. I don't recall seeing a Comic Book Quickies episode scheduled. And you would be correct. 2019 was a bit of a mess for a variety of reasons, as evidenced by the fact that the schedule slippages really left this show dying in a pool of its own vomit and blood in trying to play catch-up, to the point where I've had to condense stuff down, reorganize, and rework a few plans I had for this year. I outright cut one part of the Cassandra Cain retrospective and combined parts 3 and 4 into one. This would have been fine except for one detail. I plan pretty far ahead, usually about a year or so that major events and theme months that I want to do don't just come up unexpectedly. And thus we have a theme month coming this May. But what's happening right before that theme month is the 600th episode. Cutting an episode means that the date of the 600th episode would be pushed into the beginning of May, when that theme month is. Thus the options are skip one of the theme month videos, or make the 600th episode be the start of said theme month. I've chosen option 3, make more work for myself. Still, it's easier than you would think. Comic Book Quickies, in case you're new around here, is where we look at a bunch of comic book related short material, in particular one-page hostess advertisements featuring superheroes. As such, it means I can just stop doing the episode whenever the hell I want at a certain point, thus keeping it short. We've had such wonders as the explanation for why Jedi aren't supposed to fall in love, attacks from a flea market eating flea, as well as the ongoing menace of the Soggies, a moment of silence for those who have been lost on our continuing war with those that would destroy our cereal, as well as had our minds corrupted by the worst disease of our time, Spiromania. Spiromania is running wild! So let's dig into some short comic book related material and see what kind of villains Hostess products will stop this time.
Welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. Linkara's gonna teach you all a lesson you won't learn. Brodsky, you're not the smartest. Life out, you're not an artist. Anyone who's had a bad comic published, it could be your turn. Linkara, he's a man punch, wears a party hat. Linkara, he has a magic gun. Where'd he purchase that? Linkara, coins, robots, Amazon and trucks. Linkara, this comic sucks. Linkara.
And indeed, let's just get started with a Hostess comic. The Champ. The dressing room of boxing champ Aldo Mumje, just before the big fight. Aldo is wondering why all these people are in here while he's trying to get his pants on. A knife flies out of nowhere and hits the door, a note attached to it. Dear Aldo, I'm going to get you before the ref can count 2. Signed, The Foe. P.S. Please throw the dagger back, it's my only one. I'm going to assume there's an assassin called The Foe, otherwise I think the well is starting to dry on concepts for these things, and that it's just his thing to warn his victims that he's going to murder them. Anyway, the boxing match starts up with Spider-Man suiting up. My tingling spider sense tells me there's going to be a big fight tonight, and not just between the boxers. Well, I'd imagine it was your spider sense. As well as the fact that you were standing right there when the dagger was thrown. I'd also question why he's apparently changing while surrounded by a massive crowd of people, but I guess given how weird fans can get in audiences, no one is really batting an eye. In the match, Aldo gets socked by his opponent and the referee starts to slowly do a 3 count. Spidey leaps in and tosses a Hostess cupcake in the ref's mouth. And then, I'm not entirely sure what happens. Suddenly Aldo is in a net of webbing and there's, like, an explosion or something? Wait, was his opponent a robot with a bomb inside of it? Actually, even better question, why did we never get a Rocky movie where he fought a robot? In any case, I guess the ref was the foe, and he wonders how Spidey identified him. You're the only ref I know who can only count to 2. But you didn't know he was gonna count to 3. Ah! And thus he tells him he'd better enjoy the hostess cupcakes while he can, since he's going to jail. Although he really can't, since Aldo decides to eat some too. Thanks, Web Puncher! This was back when Spidey was trying out different code names. What? Dude started out as a wrestler. He probably had a few he went by. My favorite was Spider Fighter. All I'm getting out of this is that a lot of Superman vs. Muhammad Ali could have been avoided if the title characters had just bought some hostess cupcakes for the aliens invading. And now, excerpts from the Super Dictionary with that guy with the hat. Steal. I'll steal this money. I'll take this money that does not belong to me. I stole gold last night. I've stolen diamonds too. I'm rich! So Comic Book Quickies has a rich legacy of footwear-based heroics in its history. There is, of course, Johnny West and his bully-frightening boots, the Dingo Kid, who used his own boots to deal with a thief that attempted to steal the bootmobile of his partner, football star Joe Namath. But now, Comic Book Quickies is proud to announce the latest member of the Fantastic Footwear, AAU Shuperstar. AAU Shoes was, well, a shoe company in the 70s and 80s. They technically still exist, as I did find an AAU Shoes, but based in Vietnam, and their site claimed they were founded in 2009, so make of that what you will. Anyway, apparently they made 3 ad comics featuring our star here, AAU Shuperstar. I get what they're going for with the pun, but it just sounds so awkward, especially when written out and you mistake it for saying Shuperstar at first. Hell, why did they even include the pun? You've already got your company name in it. Oh, but AAU Shuperstar is something special, my friends. Behold the plot of this one. AAU Shuperstar takes on the dirty sneaker in Saturn Night Fever. Okay, Saturn Night Fever is too good of a pun for an ad for shoes. Take a look at this guy. Even NFL Super Pro isn't as shameless with his logo. He even includes the Shuperstar thing into it. But let's get on with the actual story here at a dance. As the Saturn Disco Dance Contest reaches a feverish pitch. When they finally adapted this into a movie, they changed it to Jupiter. We see this disheveled-looking gentleman enter the disco. The way I plan it, this planet will be destroyed when I hit them with the death ray hidden in my Dirty Dancing sneakers. Okay, I want to see the version of Dirty Dancing where Patrick Swayze is shooting dudes with his laser shoes. AAU Shuperstar objects to the homeless man coming in. What are you doing here, dirty sneaker? This boogie contest isn't open to boogie men. It's actually a charity ball for those suffering from boogie fever. We lose millions every year. Ha! AAU Shuperstar doesn't know my electronic death ray is activated by the song Stayin' Alive! Well, he knows now, you idiot! You just said it out loud! As soon as it's played, no one but me will be staying alive! Since there's no practical reason for him to not just shoot everyone with his shoe-mounted death ray, I have to imagine it is actually powered by the song, making this, in fact, a disco death ray. This may in fact be the greatest comic ever made. See, this is why I'll never be as popular as the Bee Gees, my friends. My show will never power a death ray. I'm gonna keep my eye on Dirty Sneakers. If he takes one false step, I'll trip him with my super-structured AAU shoes. Oh my god, he's wearing sandals with socks! The monster! Also, super-structured added an E in there. I don't know, maybe superstructure used to be spelled like that. Maybe they already added a letter for Shuper and just went all in. This is it! The next number will be Staying Alive! When the music starts, the death ray will self-activate! Joke's on him, the jukebox is random. He's gonna get more than a woman instead. Well, we now know the origin of that one mental patient from Phantasmagoria 2.
Disco dance, disco dance, disco dance.
My supernatural powers tell me there's trouble afoot now! Yeah, supernatural powers. Or you're full of sit. Is it really a power when you can just hear him say that out loud? So, how will he deal with this threat? With one swift kick, AAU Shuperstar eliminates the dirty sneaker. Oh my god, he murdered that hobo! What he actually does is kick him into the air. Ouch, that made me see stars. Ooh, I'm fading into the universe, going into another orbit. Off into space. Pathetic. Team Rocket were pros at this by now. My AAU shoes have turned you into space garbage, dirty sneaker. Goodbye forever. When you get to the monolith, tell it it's next. Thank you, AAU Shuperstar. You and your AAU shoes have done a good turn for Saturn. We'll never forget you. Wait, are they literally on Saturn? Is this the future? Is Dirty Sneaker gonna crash on Earth now? Wear AAU shoes and be a Shuperstar. Wear AAU shoes and literally kick things into orbit. Geez, screw the Infinity Gauntlet. Just get a pair of these shoes and you'll be playing kickball with the universe. And now, excerpts from the Super Dictionary with that guy with the hat. Slap. Batgirl tried to slap the Penguin. She tried to hit him with her open hand. She slapped him on the back. Let's end things with another Hostess ad, but this time over in DC. It's Batman versus the Intergalactic Gold Eaters. Alfred, I've discovered the source of One-Face's power. He eats gold! Master Wayne, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. Also, I'm pretty sure he's an alien too. I am the world's greatest detective! Two intergalactic creatures who survive by eating gold have penetrated to the innermost vault of Fort Knox. The original script for Battlefield Earth was even weirder. The aliens are these gator-looking things who are confronting a security guard. But you don't understand. If you eat this gold, the world's economy will collapse. We are sorry, Earthman, but we must eat gold to survive. It is our biological energy source. Evolution was really drunk when this race developed. Also, how many guards did they kill on the way down here? I just want to know what the death toll was when this could have been stopped by baked goods. Anyway, Batman is summoned. Gold-eating creatures in the heart of Fort Knox? I've got a 14-carat solution. So in case you didn't know, a carat is basically a unit of weight for precious stones, meaning that the confectionaries he's about to give them are incredibly stale and dense. Also, is Fort Knox directly next to the Batcave? Because now Batman is there despite only just getting the call about it. I mean, it must be if he's the first one they call for help. But yeah, Batman is on hand with an alternative to the gold bars they're chowing down on. Twinkies! Earthling, those golden bars you call Twinkies cakes are truly delicious. But as a reminder, precious metals are not the same thing as sugar. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any issue. But no, of course the Twinkies are sufficient for them, and thus they leave without eating any more gold bars. Another step towards intergalactic understanding. Dark Knight Diplomat. It's a good thing Batman had the Twinkies on hand to give to them. If not, his only choice would have been to kick them back to their own galaxy with his AAU shoes. Also, the aliens are now dependent on humanity to continue to produce Twinkies for them, since obviously they couldn't make this for themselves. And humanity will no doubt use this to exploit these beings by taking advantage of their dependence. And all this because they were ready to eliminate the riches. Basically what I'm saying is this Twinkies ad is about communism. And now, excerpts from the Super Dictionary with that guy with the hat. Roar. Catwoman heard the lions roar. She heard them make a loud, deep sound. She laughed when they roared at her. But then, she heard Batman's car roar. She heard his car make a loud noise and didn't laugh. So what have we learned today, my friends? That murderous referees can be bought off by shoving pastries in their mouths. Pretty much the same thing for aliens. But in a pinch, AAU shoes are weapons of mass destruction. Batgirl, for instance, will slap the aliens with them. Another important lesson from Comic Book Quickies. you didn't know he was gonna count to 3. Ah!
Ah, shit. Sorry. I overshot it.
It's okay. Here you go. But you didn't know he was gonna count to 3. Hi, doggy.
Hello, my friends. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe, hit the bell, and share it with others. And if you get a chance, maybe check out my Patreon.